What is up, my ASMR and fragrance family? So today is my birthday. It is my 44th birthday, so happy born day to me. Well, the day that I'm recording this is the day before, but the day that I'm releasing it is Wednesday, June 24th, my 44th birthday. So yeah, if each one of y'all want to send me $1 on my Cash App or Venmo, that would be cool. I'm just messing. No, cause I know we all damn need our money. But yeah, have y'all ever thought about that? I've seen people. I've seen that before, have so many followers, and it's just, imagine if, each follower was to send $1 or whatever, it'd make that person a millionaire or some shit. I don't remember what the hell it was exactly that I saw. It was something on those lines, but yeah, so I figured I'd get on here and just, say happy born day to myself and, do a birthday post. And I say born day because it's day you're born. The guy that I got it from, KB says born date. He used to say born day, and then he started saying born date. But the thing is, born date makes sense. Birthday, okay, yeah, you're birthed, but you could also look at it as you're born. So born day. But then if we're going to get more technical with it, it's hot. But then if we're going to get more technical with it, not every day is we'll say the 24th, not every 24th is a Wednesday. Next year it might be a Thursday, year after that a Friday. So born date makes sense. Born day, happy birth date or happy born date is what makes the most sense, I think. So but I'm still gonna say born day. But yeah, it's my born day, and it's my mom's birthday. She gave birth to me, and I was born. So it's my mom's born day. It's my mom's birthday. It's my born day. But anyway, so what we're going to do is, I don't even really want this, but I figured, why not? I didn't want to make a whole cake or anything, so I went to Ingles and got a strawberry muffin. So I got a strawberry muffin, and then I got a thing of chocolate frosting. I may or may not eat this right now. I'm thinking about decorating it for the sound, and then just, stick it in the refrigerator or something. I don't know. I like my sweets, but at the same time, like I said, I don't even really want it. So we have Dunkin' Hines creamy dark chocolate fudge. Bullshit, because that's what it is. Bullshit. Let's see what's in here. So, sugar, water, palm oil, cocoa powder, that's processed with alkali, corn syrup, canola oil, contains 2% or less of cornstarch, salt, mono antiglycerides, citric acid, sodium. Damn, my vision kind of blurred on me. Sodium. This joys of getting older. Sodium steroid, lactylate, preservative, potassium sorbate, and then potassium sorbate is in parentheses. Sodium acid pyrophosphate. My eyes are blurring right now. If I didn't already know the words, I probably wouldn't even be able to tell you what they are. But cocoa powder, artificial flavor, antioxidants, and then sodium citrate. It's got chamomile and rosemary extract in it. That's interesting. I was not expecting that in a frosting, because the other day I didn't read the other frosting, and I went to the bigger Ingles because I wanted to see if they had some frosting that was actual frosting, or some better alternative or whatever, and they didn't have one anyway, these were buy 2 for 3, so, and you only have to buy 1. So, but it's hot. Now, it smells good. It smells good. Now, what's crazy about this stuff is it tastes like absolute. I mean, it tastes good, but nowhere near real frosting. Or at least from watching my mom make frosting for years. You know, whenever I was little. So yeah, what we're gonna do is I'm hoping that is making a good sound. Hold on. I don't have my cart that I bought for in here. I don't have it in here because I have a bunch of shit all over it. And this is kind of balancing on my leg. Okay, so we got the candle right there, bam, and we got the lighter, boom, thumbnail, happy born day to me, happy born day to me, happy born day Christopher Cologne, happy born day to me. Okay, so you know, it's crazy because most time around this time of year, around my birthday, I get depressed most years. But you know, the older you get, the more it really is a blessing. You know, and the more you really should look at it and be like, damn, I'm still here. You know, because plenty of my friends are gone, plenty of loved ones are gone that I don't have anymore. You know, they've been gone for years now, or some have been gone for years, some not too long. And then I look at all the medical problems I have, you know, and I look at all the other stuff, you know, that just catches you out of nowhere in life, and it's just like, man, I'm really glad, you know, I really should be more grateful that I'm still here instead of being depressed that I'm getting another year older. Be appreciative that I'm here for another year, because a lot of people, you know, aren't. So I mean, and it still kind of sucks, you know, you still look at it and it's like, damn, I'm getting older, you know, and you're looking at it and you see that your time is coming and the faster it's going. So it's like, man, you know, you see your time coming, and I mean, we don't know when, for any of us, we don't know when it is. For some of us, with certain things wrong or whatever, we might know a roundabout time, but none of us know exactly when. So, yeah. So it's a good thing that I gotta take this hat off. I'm hot. So we ought to be more appreciative. Because I know I'm not the only one that gets down around their birthday. But yeah, it sucks because you're sitting there looking at yourself getting older. And, more things are starting to go wrong and all this and all that. And it's just, and it really is. It's just like, man, damn. Because, like, a lot of stuff that I've looked at over the years, I've wondered, am I more scared of dying? Or am I more scared of growing old? Because, it'd be different if I was like 90 years old and I was still running around like I was 20. That ain't no big deal. That ain't no big deal. But, 90 years old, if I even live that long, it's like, damn, what am I going to be like? And then, like, people that take care of people, some of them are evil pieces of garbage and mistreat the hell out of old people. So I'm just looking at that, I'm like, do I want to get to that level? As I get older, do I want to get to that level? Because, then you got to start thinking about quality of life. Where does quality of life end? And I'm sure for everybody has a different perspective on that. Some people will be like, well, if I couldn't walk, then that's their quality of, then they feel like their quality of life is gone. Then you got other people that it would take much worse for them to think that their quality of life is gone. So yeah, so you start thinking about, well, what about quality of life as I get older and everything? So there is all that, but yeah, I don't know if I'm more afraid of that, of loss of quality of life, or if I'm more afraid of death. Because it's not, growing old is one thing, but it's the loss of life that comes with growing old that I don't like. And but yeah, when it comes to death, like, a lot of y'all know how I look at death, and y'all know my near experience with it and everything, where I flatlined twice, my blood supply ran out on me twice and everything. So some of y'all know that, some of y'all don't. But yeah, and whenever that happened for me, everything just stopped. That was it, nothing, and then boom, I'm back. So the only reason why I'm aware that everything stopped is because I was brought back, kept alive, however you want to put it, So, yeah. So, I'm afraid of ceasing to exist. I do not like that. I do not like the thought that one day I will cease to exist. I will just be no more. My energy will, some people believe, you die, you go to heaven or you go to hell or whatever. Some people believe, nothing happens. Some people believe in reincarnation. Some people believe in many, there's many other things that people believe whenever it comes to death. Like, I don't believe we go anywhere. I mean, I hope I'm wrong, but I think a lot of what science says, I think we die and then we are dispersed. Our energy is dispersed back throughout the universe to make other things. Knowing my luck, I will probably, part of my energy will go to make a dog's butthole or something. But yeah, so but some people believe that you're reincarnated until you get it right. You keep coming back until you get everything, until you get the way of living and life right. So, which that would be cool. And sometimes when I look at stuff, I can see how that makes sense. I mean, I can see that, being a possibility. Because you have people talk about you're an old soul, like some people are born, and it is almost, there is people out here that you look at them even at a young age, and it's almost like they have more experience with, life, like they've done it before, and they live differently, they live differently, they look at things differently, and all that. So yeah, that to me, I look at that, I'm like, that very well could be a possibility, but what I believe, like I said, is, this is it. Once the synapses, once the electrical activity in your brain stops, you're gone. That's it. And I know this is not relaxing, but I just figured I'd ramble on and frost a cupcake and all that. So, but yeah, and this kind of what it took me to is this right here. So yeah, I don't know if I am afraid of ceasing to exist, but I'm also afraid of, like, damn, am I still going to be alive with no quality of life whatsoever? Are my kids still going to come and see me? Are my grandkids still going to come and see me? How many people that I love are going to be alive? If me and Leslie are still together, then is she going to be around? Am I going to go first? So yeah, I just look at that, and like with my kids, like my kids are me. Without my kids, I'm nothing. And that's the reason why when they moved in with their mom a few years ago and they turned against me, pretty much it was like they didn't turn against me, but it was kind of like they turned against me. I kind of have to know the situation more to know what I'm talking about. Like, they wouldn't really fuck with me all that much. Which now, things are a lot different now, but I don't know, man. Between that and the medical problems, I fell apart, and as I was trying to put myself back together, I don't know. I'm missing pieces. So, if I get older and it's to where none of my grandkids are talking to me, really, stopping by and seeing, because that's what happens when you get old. The kids quit coming by after so long. The grandkids quit coming by and everything, and then you're there, and because those are me, I don't want to. That's my quality of life, that is my quality of life. Once they quit coming by and everything, that's pretty much it. So the way I'm looking at it, like, will I be one of those old people that, their life is just too busy? And I understand life, I understand life gets in the way and everything, and especially when you gotta keep them stupid fly, and I understand when you gotta just keep making more and more money. You just gotta keep spending your time making more and more and more and more money, because the money just keeps getting devalued and devalued and devalued, and yeah, so I wonder, will it end up being like that? Where will life just kind of, they get caught up in life and I get put to the side? Because it seems to happen to a lot of people as they get older. So yeah, damn fly. But yeah, it seems to happen to a lot of people as they get older. And I'm just looking at... Hold on. Okay, so that stupid damn fly really messed me up. What's crazy is he's going after me. I just had a shower a little while ago. Why are you coming after me? Why are you not going after this cupcake or the frosting that's right there? You know? It's crazy. The wind is blowing like crazy outside. It's blowing really good. I got the window open. Not a bit of that breeze is coming in, but a fly came in. But anyway, yeah, so I look at, like the kids not coming around, and if I live a good long age, they'll be like my age or they'll be my age, or maybe a little older. But with the medical problems I have too, I look at that too, and I'm like, man, with the medical problems I got, what am I gonna be like then, when I am older? What is it gonna be like? But yeah, even though I look at that stuff and everything, I still gotta be, there's that breeze, even though I'm not feeling it. But even though there's that, I still gotta be grateful that I'm still alive, because I'm still getting to see my kids. I'm still getting to see everybody. I'm still getting to experience things, even though I don't get to experience things the way I want to, because, I do shit and it sets off my nerve. It sets off my symptoms. So, yeah, I don't get to experience life the way I want to, but I'm still glad I'm here, because it's sure, this side of the ground beats being on that side of the ground. You get what I'm saying? So, but let's see if this makes a sound. I don't know if it is. I don't know if it did. Didn't sound like it to me. Might eat this top half and then give fish the rest. Cause yeah, I really don't want it. I mean, I do, but I don't. Like, the only reason why I really bought it was for the video. Leslie's talking about cooking for me tomorrow. The kids are supposed to come over. At least Aaliyah and Caden. And then my granddaughter. So I'm pretty sure I'll get a cake or a cupcake or something tomorrow. And even if I don't, oh well, just time with people is good enough for me. Like it's crazy when you're younger. You see it, but you don't see it like that. At least not for a lot of people. Like, yeah, Christmas time, my birthday, screw all that. Just show me that you think of me. You don't have to give me nothing. Just come around, Let me see your face. Let me see your face. Let me talk to you for a little bit. Other than that, I don't need gifts and everything. If you want to give me something, give me a card, And that's what's crazy. When you're a kid, most kids don't care about birthday cards and Christmas cards and all that. They care about the money that's in them. But as you get older, it starts to change. At least for a decent amount of people it does. I know not everybody, but yeah, priorities, perspective, all that stuff starts changing as you get older. And for a lot of people, at least for everybody that grows as a person as they get older, you get like my age or close to my age, and you look back and you're like, fuck, man, I wish I would have done this different. I wish I would have done that different. And, for some it's the same thing. For some people it's the same thing. For others, it's different. And for some people, they have more stuff that they wish they would have learned, earlier. For some others, they have more. For me, I think I'm one of those that has more things I wish I would have learned, younger, or not necessarily learned, but just did. Because I think a lot of times for a lot of people, when you're younger, you still know better. You just don't do the shit. You don't do what you know you should do. And then you get older and you look back and it's like, fuck, man, I wish I would have done that. I wish I would have done that. This and that. So I think for a lot of people, I do really think for a lot of people, we knew better when we were younger. We just did the shit anyway. And it's not so much that, now that we're older, it's not so much that, man, I wish I knew then what I know now. I mean, for some stuff, yeah. But I think it is more so more of a regret type thing than it is, anything else. Because like I said, I do think a lot of us knew better back in the day. I know for a whole lot of shit, I knew better. I was just young and dumb and still doing it. So, but, that's part of being young and dumb. But, well, yeah, y'all. So, I appreciate y'all for chilling with me on my birthday video, born day video, born date video. And what I'm gonna do, what I'm getting ready to do right now, because today is Tuesday. What I'm getting ready to do now is go up the road and record a video. And I'm gonna tell you, what I'm gonna do is for Wednesday and Thursday. Well, I don't know. I might not do it for Thursday because what I'm doing, it's a lot of work. Because not every pair of headlights comes clean in 45 minutes to an hour and a half. That's like the Dodge Ram headlights that I did a few days ago. What was it, Friday or Saturday? Them damn things took me like 3.5 hours to do. 4 hours to do, somewhere around there. They were so damn bad. Dude sat there and talked to me the whole time and everything. He just chilled. It was pretty cool. His name was Travis. But yeah, them shits took me forever. I stopped maybe twice for a couple minutes each time because they were that awful. What I need to do is I need to get a 3-inch DA. I need to get a 3-inch dual action polisher. That way I can put my sandpaper on that and that be my sander, because that would speed up the sanding process a lot more than doing it by hand. So, but yeah, so what I'm going to do tomorrow, because that's what takes the longest, is the sanding. The sanding is what takes for freaking ever. So what I'm going to do tomorrow, what I'm thinking about doing, or what I am going to do, and what I'm thinking about doing Thursday, but I'm going to go make the video, and I'm going to say, hey y'all, since today is my 44th birthday, June 24th, since today, June 24th, is my 44th birthday, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 4 cars today for $44. First come, first serve. And, do that and give out the address and all that shit. So that's what I'm about to go do, is go do that video. I might wait a little bit longer, wait for it to cool down a little bit more, for the wind to calm down, come to think about it. So, but I'm gonna get off here, y'all. Y'all take it easy. Have a good one, and peace.